Anyway, this is a unpopular opinion, but I don't believe masculinity is in scarcity. When people be like, oh, men aren't masculine anymore, men are not being masculine anymore, men aren't men anymore, and oh my goodness, these daggone soy boys, when the same people that are saying these soy boys, man, they probably ate something this week that has soy in it. And this is not no joke or punchline. I am terrible at making jokes. I'm honestly being, honest here. They probably ate something that actually has soy in it. You wouldn't believe how much food actually has soy in it. And then even if the label doesn't have soy under the label in the ingredients, it still has something. I forgot what it was called, but there's something else that they use as a substitute for soy. They won't put the word soy in the ingredients, but there's something else that is in soy. So it's just like it's basically having soy in there, but the label won't say that soy is in there. So even if these people are getting stuff with products that has the ingredients, it doesn't have the label soy on there, then it still could be soy in there because something that has soy, you know what I mean. But anyways, you wouldn't believe how much food does have soy in it. But anyways, back to why I believe masculinity is not in scarcity. Because, it's rather convenient. After a lot of women been waking up to the messed up things feminism has caused and the messed up things that have been programmed into these women's brains within this nation of the USA. If you recognize and remember, reflect back until that time, that short time, you will remember something called toxic masculinity, where men are too masculine. They're so masculine, they're making all the women fearful, and they're too masculine. Then, right after that, feminism and all that, women started waking up to the messed up things and the programming that has been going on inside their brains. Then, right after that, men aren't men anymore. Men aren't masculine anymore. Do you not see how do men become so masculine that they are toxic, and then shortly after that, they're not masculine at all. They're not even men anymore. Another thing is this whole thing, masculinity is a part of a man's nature. Masculinity is a part of a man's nature, just as femininity is part of a woman's nature. Saying that women or men aren't this or that anymore is like saying a dog doesn't bark. These dogs aren't barking anymore. These dogs aren't dogs anymore. It's in a dog's nature to bark. It's in the dog's nature to bark. It doesn't matter if the dog is outside. It doesn't matter if the dog is tied to a gate. It doesn't matter if the dog is inside. The dog will bark. Just what a man. It's in a man to be masculine. A man cannot. It is very, very, very difficult for a man to go against the nature of being masculine. Just like it is very difficult for a woman to go against the nature of being feminine. Like men are, they're direct. We're direct. Our nature is more direct. A woman's nature is more indirect. You know how hard it will be for a man to switch and try to become indirect as a woman and a woman to become direct as a man? It'll be very hard to do. And we know this is hard to do. Even faggots that want to be women and do all that weird stuff, they have to actually take hormonal pills to knock out their masculinity. And the world wants to have you to believe that that men that is not doing this, men that are going to the gym, men that are going to work 7 days a week, men that are trying to find work, men that are struggling, men who are doing this, men who are pulling through, have no masculinity at all, or not masculine anymore. But you have but men that want to be women, they have to take pills and hormonal stuff to not be masculine. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, if that's the case, why are they taking pills to not be masculine? They might as well go and ask the people or the men the society says are not men or not masculine anymore, and ask, what are you doing to not be masculine anymore? How did you lose your masculinity? What happened? How did you lose it? They wouldn't have to take the hormonal drugs to knock out their masculinity and boost their estrogen levels. They wouldn't have to do this if it was so easy for men to not be masculine anymore. And to say that men are not masculine anymore, you'll have to admit it's easy for men not to be masculine anymore. Because not even 4 to 5 years ago, literally, the toxic masculinity phase was about 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden men are not masculine anymore. It's very hard for a man to go against his nature like that. That's why back in the old days, when you see a faggot, you'll call him a pervert, because it's perverted. It's a perversion. Like, it's not natural to do it. That's why, in those type of scenarios, people will assume. I'm sorry. People will assume and make assumptions that the faggot or the homosexual may have been molested or abused as a child, because people will naturally think something seriously messed up had to happen to you in order for you to go against your nature. So, all this masculinity is in scarcity. And the people talking about, yes, masculinity and scarcity. You want to fight for a man and this, man, you ain't fighting for nothing but a dollar bill and some views and wherever the world wants to give you. But masculinity is not in scarcity. Neither is really actually femininity. Even the masculine women you see right now, I bet you and guarantee that she feminine and submissive to somebody. Now, that somebody may be beating the hell out of her, but she's still submissive and feminine to him. I guarantee you that. So, but if I'm wrong, let me know. I want to hear your ideas, because I ain't like other people that be like, well, people opinions don't matter. No. People opinions matter a great deal than we like to think. I was in an argument once, and words were exchanged, and they was like, well, you push people away. I'm like, and then after an argument, I start thinking about all the people that were in my life now who are not now really actually in my life now, and then I'll pop up and see them every now and again, or any other person I tend to meet on the road, and they be like, hey, yeah, you can give me a number, down, and then we don't end up, hanging out. I'm like, well, yeah, I do push people away, but see, if I didn't care enough about their opinion to take their opinion and to take their judgment into consideration and analyze and reevaluate the relationships I had within my life, I wouldn't actually even come to the realization that, okay, yes, I push people away. Then the beauty in that is, if you see that as a bad trait, then you can say, oh, well, I recognize now I can change it. Now, I haven't changed it because I like being alone. I'm an introvert at heart, so I push people away. Yes, indeed. I gotta keep my distance now. I love people now. I love people, but there's just so much social interactions one person can take. But yeah. Anyways, that's the whole shebang of the video. If you like the video, not even if you like the video. I don't care if you like the video. If you learn something, then hold it and see if it's true and analyze it, reanalyze it. And if you can find something that's wrong with it and that ain't true in it, let me know so I can know the truth. Because I don't want to keep on carrying a lie and telling people a lie when you see something else in there and you say, well, that's wrong. Well, you better let me know what's right, But yeah, if you want to subscribe. I don't really care. If you want to like it, you can like it. If you want to share it, you can share it. Don't really make a difference. Matter of fact, if you're not learning anything, I encourage you just to click off this video and go to somebody you can learn from. Anyways, have a blessed day.